Yeah, hi there. These comments, I'm going to just use the first letter of your name, M. Yeah, let me reevaluate the essay. This is your TOEFL Independent Practice Test 4 at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and read it one more time and make sure the score is accurate. All right, let's go ahead and read what you said. So you say, and as I read, I'm actually going to make some corrections as I go, right? So you say, nowadays life is becoming more difficult and stressful than ever. Some people work too much and have money. And here I would put a period, then say, on the other hand, comma, some of them live under, I would put terrible conditions with no A. These things, you need to make it plural, cause with no S. These things cause stress in people's lives. And from my point of view, I think the best ways to reduce stress is through reading, watching TV, and listening to music. Don't forget your preposition in there. So from an organizational standpoint, it's actually pretty good. Yeah, you have a good, sharply focused thesis. So I don't really see any problems with that. You're definitely getting the essay going in the right direction. So that's good for you. All right. Now, I would say, though, you say first is through reading. Don't assume that the IBT readers know what you're referring to. You have to say the first way to reduce stress is through reading. Remember, if you go back to the question is, what are the best ways to reduce stress, right? So your topic sentence needs to continually kind of restate that purpose. Again, so paragraph 2, I would say the first way to reduce stress is through reading. You say, for example, my dad actually works as an engineer for a big company called Abby for 10 to 12 hours per day. And I would put a comma after and, say and, comma, when he comes at home at 8 o'clock, comma, sometimes he is very nervous, and I would say here, and stressed, ED, or he feels nervous and stressed. And usually to reduce the stress, he reads for 1 to 2 hours without, I would say without breaking, I guess you could say that, or without taking a break. Okay, next paragraph. And by the way, you had a good example in there. Talking about your dad is a strong example to help support your idea in there. Okay, so your next paragraph, you say second is through watching. Second what? Just say the second way a person can reduce stress is through watching TV. Just say in another example, or another example is my brother, I guess you could say. Another example is my brother, and he is a software engineer who works for a company called Benoff here in the city, and he's very tired. Period. After tired. That way you don't have a run-on. Say after workload. No, that's not the right word. How about after work? He watches TV, usually football matches or any program, put S, or any programs. Instead of saying that contains, say any programs containing history of any country, especially about the United States, or humorous shows. That's kind of awkward to put it the way you've done there. After the United States, put period and say also he enjoys watching humorous shows to reduce his stress. So when you give these examples of the TV, you also need, as you get near the end of the paragraph, to show how this relates back to the idea that you're trying to prove, which is reducing stress and using TV to reduce stress. Now with your next paragraph, you might change it a little bit and say, personally, to reduce stress, I listen to music. Something like that. Or I guess you can say, you don't have to say, and here it comes me, just say, I personally listen to music when I have stress. I am in high school. In German college. It's kind of weird. How can you be in high school and college at the same time? I'm not sure if I get that. You say, I am in high school in a German college and when I have lots of tests, I can say every single day I'm either stressed or nervous sometimes, and I find the best way of escaping the stress is listening to music. How about this? Or just surfing the internet, reading interesting things, reading about, no, wait, you're killing yourself here. No. Too many ideas here. You said in your thesis you're going to focus on music, right? So focus on music in paragraph 3. The purpose of that paragraph is to focus more on the music areas, right? Which you're not really doing there. So I'm going to say that I think paragraph 3 needs to be better organized. You're bringing up too many different things. You're not giving details to support all those things. So you bring up the idea of music. Now you need to give an example of a rock band, a pop band, or classical music or something. You need to give an example of some type of music that you listen to that helps you feel less stressed. So you see what I'm saying? So then you say, to conclude, I recommend to many people, usually students who have stress, to listen to music and just forget about things that happen to them. The only difficulty there is in your conclusion, you need to restate the 3 points that you mentioned, which are reading, watching TV, and listening to music, right? And you kind of end discussing music. You should probably say, I recommend to people that in addition to watching TV or reading, they can also listen to music as a way of reducing their stress. Okay, so those are kind of some of my video comments to you about your particular essay. So let me go back to the rubrics that the TOEFL uses, and let's see how you would score here. So let me click on a link here really fast. Hold on a minute. So independent writing. Yeah, I don't think, I'm going to disagree with one of my workers here. I don't think you'll score 24 points on this particular essay. So I think paragraph 3, it kind of fell apart because you brought up all of those other ideas and you did not stay exclusively focused on music. So I think that weakens, I think, the organization and the development of the essay. Also, as I pointed out in the essay, you do have a number of grammar problems, including subject-verb agreement, maybe some word choice issues. You have some sentence structure issues in there. So your organization is actually pretty strong, but probably I would put you closer to 3.0 on this one. So actually my worker's not that far apart from me. I say 3. He says 3.75. We're within 1 point. So he scored you higher. I scored you lower. And in particular right now, I just pointed out some of the problems and things that you got to look out for. So if you want to score higher, and I know, M, you're taking the TOEFL test tomorrow and you wanted some specific advice today to help prepare you for the test tomorrow. So for the writing, what I'm telling you is stay organized. You have a good thesis, but just be careful. Make sure your topic sentences, they continue to restate what the writing task is by including the different points that you put in your thesis. Remember, once you include a topic statement, that particular paragraph is basically bound by that idea. You want to make sure you don't go off into too many different ideas within a particular paragraph, right? So for me, I'm going to revise your score and give you 3.0 out of 5 or 20 points out of 30 on the writing task. Alrighty?